We now move on once again. Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong has condemned a 13-year prison sentence handed by a Russian court to an Australian citizen for fighting alongside Ukrainian forces. According to state prosecutors, Oscar Jenkins will serve the sentence in a maximum security prison after being found guilty by the court of participating in an armed conflict as a mercenary. Australia's foreign minister said in a statement that Australia's government was appalled at the sham trial and 13-year sentence given to Jenkins, who was previously a teacher in Melbourne. Wong also stated that Jenkins is a prisoner of war and thus must be given protectionism afforded to him as a prisoner of war, and Russia is obligated to treat him in accordance with international humanitarian law, including humane treatment. We stay in the Indo-Pacific, where North Korean leader Kim Jong-un supervised Air Force drills and called for a step up in war preparation, state media reports. Kim inspected anti-aircraft and airstrike drills by North Korea's 1st Air Division on May the 15th, urging all military units to achieve a breakthrough in war preparation, according to the KCNA. State TV footage showed a MiG-29 jet launching a missile believed to be a North Korean version of a Russian mid to long range air-to-air missile. This month, Kim also oversaw a missile test, inspected tank and munitions plants, and visited the Russian embassy in Pyongyang, and supervised tank firing and special operations training. Let's now move to South America, where hundreds of supporters of former Bolivian President Evo Morales marched towards the country's top electoral court, demanding his candidacy in this year's presidential election. The rally turned violent as police clashed with demonstrators outside the Supreme Electoral Tribunal in La Paz. The protesters were reacting to a constitutional court ruling that bans Morales from running in the August the 17th election. The court said presidents can serve only 2 terms. Morales have served 3. Clashes broke out as protesters tried to breach police barricades. Authorities said some protesters used firecrackers and threw rocks. Officers responded with tear gas and detained several demonstrators. Morales, who had promised to attend the march, did not show up. He is reportedly staying in his stronghold over fears of arrest on human trafficking charges. Charges he says are politically motivated. The court's ruling deepens political tensions in Bolivia as the country struggles with its worst economic crisis in nearly 4 decades. We move to Europe once again, where 3 Iranian nationals have been charged with suspected espionage for Iran's intelligence service from August the 24th, 2024 to February 2025, according to UK police. The men, Mustafa Stefand, Farhad Javadi Manesh and Shahpour Quailhali Khani Nouri, were all arrested on May the 3rd in London following what authorities described as a very complex and fast-moving investigation. They were expected to appear in a London court today. Police said all 3 were charged with engaging in conduct likely to assist a foreign intelligence service, with the foreign state identified as Iran. Sepahvand faces an additional charge of conducting surveillance, reconnaissance and open source research with the intention of committing serious violence in the UK. Manesh and Nouri were charged with similar activity, surveillance and reconnaissance intended to enable others to carry out serious violence. Also, a 4th man arrested on May the 9th has been released without charge. The charges were brought under the National Security Act, which gives law enforcement greater powers to address threats from foreign states, including espionage and interference. The man who stabbed novelist